massive explosion has just rocked southern Moscow, claiming the life of one of Russia's most senior military commanders. Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov, the man responsible for training the entire Russian general staff, was killed instantly when a bomb detonated under his car early Monday morning. It happened in the heart of the Russian capital, and the Kremlin is already pointing the finger directly at Ukrainian special forces. This is a massive breach of security, and the fallout is only just beginning. The details of this strike have been confirmed by multiple high-level international news agencies, including Reuters, the Associated Press, Al Jazeera, and the Russian state news agency TASS. According to reports from the Russian Investigative Committee and verified by these outlets, the blast occurred at approximately 7 a.m. on Yasenevaya Street in the southern district of Moscow. On a cold Monday morning, the silence of the Yasenevo district was shattered by a powerful explosion that resonated all the way to the walls of the Kremlin. An explosive device, reportedly planted beneath a white Kia Sorento, detonated with surgical precision as the vehicle began to move. The target was Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov. As the head of the Operational Training Directorate of Russia's General Staff, Sarvarov was a man of immense influence and secrecy. He was responsible for the combat readiness of the entire Russian Federation's armed forces. In a war that is now stretched into its fourth year, Sarvarov was the man tasked with ensuring that Russian soldiers were prepared for the shifting realities of the front lines. His death is not merely a loss of personnel, it is a decapitation of the Russian military's strategic brain. Russian investigators arrived on the scene within minutes, cordoning off the residential parking area. Reports from Reuters and AP News confirmed the device was likely a remote-controlled or pressure-sensitive IED placed directly under the driver's seat. The force of the blast was so concentrated that while the vehicle was destroyed, the surrounding residential buildings suffered only minor damage, a hallmark of a professional hit. Before we continue with the investigation into the security breach, if you find this report valuable, please like and subscribe. We want to cover the news you care about, so let us know in the comments what other parts of this conflict or global security should we investigate next. The breach of security. The location of the attack is as significant as the target. Yasenevo is home to the headquarters of the Foreign Intelligence Service, or SVR. For a high-ranking general to be assassinated in a district crawling with security suggests a catastrophic failure of Russia's internal defense. The FSB has launched a manhunt, exploring the possibility of a sabotage cell supported by Ukrainian intelligence. While Moscow has been quick to point the finger at Kyiv's GUR, the Kremlin faces a difficult reality. If Ukrainian forces can track a general staff officer and plant an explosive in a secure residential zone, it implies that the ring of steel around Moscow has been compromised. A pattern of decapitation. This is the third high-profile assassination of a Russian general in the capital in just 1 year. Sarvarov's death follows the killings of Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, who was killed by a bomb on an electric scooter last December, and Lieutenant General Yaroslav Moskalik, who died in a similar car bombing in April. For the Russian military, this is a crisis of leadership. These men were the architects of current offensives. By removing the leaders responsible for training and operational planning, the opposition is disrupting the future of Russian military doctrine. While the Kremlin vows retribution, the Ukrainian government has maintained its policy of strategic ambiguity, neither confirming nor denying involvement. The Florida negotiations. The timing of this assassination is critical. It occurs as constructive high-level talks are reportedly happening in Florida between U.S. and Russian officials. These discussions, aimed at finding a ceasefire framework, are incredibly fragile. An assassination in Moscow serves as a reminder to the international community that Ukraine still possesses the reach to strike the heart of the Russian establishment. It signals to the West that Ukraine is not a spent force and tells Moscow that territory gained on the front cannot protect their elite at home. This event could potentially derail negotiations, as appearing weak after such a hit is a political impossibility for Vladimir Putin. The trajectory of the fourth year. As the war enters its fourth year, the nature of the conflict is evolving into asymmetric warfare. The goal is no longer just capturing villages, but destroying the command structure of the enemy. International observers from NATO and the European Union are watching closely, concerned that such hits could lead to unpredictable retaliatory measures. For the people of Moscow, the war is no longer a distant event. The smoke rising from a residential parking lot is a grim indicator that the boundaries of the battlefield have dissolved. Conclusion. The assassination of General Sarvarov marks a dangerous new chapter in this conflict. We want to hear from you. Do you think this will lead to a peace breakthrough or a massive Russian escalation? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more reports like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what topics or regions you want us to cover next, and we'll see you in the next update.